Now, the speaker again asks another question, and she asks the second speaker, shall I meet other wayfarers at night? So, will there be travelers who are like me? Am I going to meet others like me? And the answer is those who have gone before. So, you might think that this is you are the first person to be traveling on this path, but it's not true. There are others who have been on this road before you. Now, let's compare it to our situation in life when we say, ये मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है? No, there must be plenty of others who are going through the same thing. When something goes wrong, we say, why me? But when everything is all right, we never say, why me? Right? That is the time when we take our happiness for granted. But when we are faced with misfortune, when we are faced with bad luck, that is when we see that is when we blame people, and when we start complaining, and when we start resenting our situation, and we start asking, why me? Why me? Why me of all people? But no, it's not just you of all people. There are others who are also traveling on the same road. There are others who are also going through some or the other kind of a crisis. There are others who are facing some or the other kind of problem. It's just that maybe you're not aware of them. So, which is why the second speaker says, yes, there are others. And then the first speaker again asks, then must I knock or call when just in sight? So she says, how will I know? Should I knock? Should I knock at the door of the inn or call out? Because if I'm not able to see anyone, what do I do then? And the response is, they will not keep you standing at that door. So we're still speaking about the inn. Now, the inn is a symbol of a space which you can inhabit, which you can be in when you are in a crisis. You will automatically find that when you're going through a tough time, you're going through a difficult phase, some friends, some people will just drop by. I mean, they'll just uh, leave you, they will go away from your life, but there'll be others who come or who will stick alongside you, who will give you a shoulder, who will give you that support, that strength which you need. So, definitely, there are people like you, and they won't be standing at the door. They will open the door and take you in into that space of comfort, into that space where you can find empathy, you can find people who are concerned about you, you can find care, right? And that is how the final stanza goes. Shall I find comfort, travel sore and weak? So, what is my condition? She's saying, I have been traveling so much. I'll be travel sore. I'll be sore. Sore is, when you have a tenderness or an injury, like you have a sore throat, or you develop sores on your body. So when you walk for a long time, you develop sores under your feet, right? जिसे हिंदी में कहते हैं छाले पड़ जाना. So she says, I'll be travel sore, which means my feet will be sore, they'll be injured, hurt, because of the long journey I've undertaken, and I'll be weak also because I've been traveling. Uh, so, shall I find comfort after all this difficult journey? Am I ever going to find peace? And the answer is, of labor you shall find the sum. So, definitely, because you've been sincere on your journey, because you've sincerely traveled, you have tired yourself out, you have exhausted yourself by traveling, definitely you will be rewarded. You will get a break. You won't be traveling all the time. You will get your share of rest. And then she goes on to ask about the same space, will there be beds for me and all who seek? So, will I get a bed? Now, why do you need a bed? Because obviously, after a long journey, you just want to lie down and fall asleep without a care in the world, right? So, will there be beds? not just for me, but for others like me, all those who are seeking rest like me? And the answer is yeah, beds for all who come. There's a bed for everybody. So, in other words, again, if we treat it as symbolic of life's journey, what the poem tells us is that not to be daunted by life's journey, but to believe that this too shall pass, this too shall end. Right? This is not how my story is going to end. I am going to write the end of my story, and definitely I'm going to get a break. My difficulties are going to end, they're going to finish soon, and happy days are going to come. Right? There, because life is not only about problems and miseries, or life is not all rosy and sunshiny either. It's a mix of both, right? So after a long journey, definitely I'll get a bed to lie down on. Or after facing a long, after going through a very difficult phase, I'm going to come out of it, and definitely I am going to be in a position to relax and enjoy life, right? So that's the poem for you.